jump over to the war room. The guys are all in there, and they're talking about the work that they want to do now in the swamp. And where did you get this pic? Was this from this
That was
year?
from last night. Yeah, that was from last night when they did
Oh,
the flyover. Must have been their own drone or whatever
yeah,
of the swamp. Yeah, I thought it was a great shot.
yeah.
Shows,
Before it got drained.
yeah, shows
Um,
you how much water's actually in there and how big a space it is and what you could float in there. I go back to the old story. Like, okay, was it the swamp man-made or not? I don't know. But was the swamp dammed off at one end to the other or not? I'm thinking the north end of the swamp was dammed for. I mean, you can pick your reason, right?
yeah.
But
Yep.
as soon as you dam it, you stop the free flow of water between two islands, which is
Yep.
what keeps that channel clear. As soon as you stop that free flow of water, I mean, I could take you over to our camp and like my brother's my camp, and we could show you where a cove will, over the course of 50 years,
Mhm.
if there's no water flowing through it, it will fill in
Yep. It will.
full of sediment. Stuff will blow in there and settle in there, and where you could drive a boat 50 years ago, you can walk on it now. Could something have floated in there and it been used for whatever purpose you want? Absolutely.
Yep.
Here, that's my ramble.
Yeah. Speculation is free here on the J Free 906 podcast. That's true.
Yep.
We
And it's
were
in
well.
abundance. And it's in abundance.
Yes. So, but cool picture because you can see Nolan. I call it Nolan's Peninsula. I don't know
Hmm.
what they call it, but that's this little piece sticking out right here.
Hmm.
Fred Nolan wanted to be able to get out closer to the middle of the swamp, and remember, he was the one that said that there was some sort of a. He thought there was a boat. It wouldn't be a big ship. There could. I don't believe there's any way a galleon could get in there, because the sea levels were lower back then anyway. And it's
Hmm.
not that deep out just outside of the road on the south end of the swamp anyway. So, but you could get the small boat that they carry with them. You could get one of
Or a
those,
barge.
or a barge. You could get one of those in there for sure. Something that didn't have a deep keel.
Hmm.
So that's something like that. What? Yes, the swamp is fresh water, except for what blows over in storms.
It's
Spring.
fresh water now because of the spring.
Correct.
Before both ends of that swamp were blocked off, it would have been salt, mixture of salt water and fresh water.
Exactly. Because there's a natural spring on the north side of the eye of the swamp, and we'll show. I got a picture of that here
Yep.
coming up in just a few minutes. Now they went back to 2019, and they were talking about the eye of the swamp,
Yeah.
and they had they had Gary in there,
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that. I forgot about that.
but he is in the eye of the swamp right there, and he's finding those stones in that circle. And he marks it out, and that this is what they basically found. So there was a circle of stones, and then the blue clay in the middle of it.
Yep.
Now, again, folks, this is why I go back to the point that this is a man-made structure. The eye of the swamp is not natural, was definitely created by someone. If it's got a line of stones and a circle around it like that, and it doesn't grow vegetation, and the base of it is got blue clay in it, I'm saying it had to be created by someone.
Oh, that's yeah. I mean, rocks don't normally form a circle, so it's man-made.
And you get this right here. And this is very, very interesting in my opinion, that it looks like the dollar bill. This was a great symbol. It's on our dollar bill. I mean, and yet the swamp is triangle shaped, and it does
Mhm.
have that all-seeing eye at the top. It's just too. And you know how you've heard me say before, I don't believe in coincidences. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
the Masons make that stuff in plain sight. Whether it's the Washington
Yeah.
Capitol or wherever, right? They put this stuff in plain sight, and if you don't know what you're looking for, you won't see it.
So we go back to the whole thing. Was the whole swamp created on purpose? That's why I used this picture for the thumbnail tonight, because I strongly believe, and so does Rick, and Marty is finally coming on board, that the swamp holds clues to this day. There's secrets here that
Oh
need
yeah,
to be uncovered.
no doubt about it. Yep.
It might be a smelly, nasty mess, but if they don't investigate it to its extent, they're going to miss out on some
Hmm.
important clues.
Yep. So I mean, where would the fun be without all this muck and the stink?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Wouldn't be any fun.
No. And we're better to hide something important in a place that people are not going to want to go.
You don't want to go there. No.
Yeah.